Hello, my beautiful kids. Today we are going to listen the baboon and the tortoise story. Once, a baboon and a tortoise become friends. They would steal figs from a farmer's tree. One day, the tortoise suggests to the baboon that they should plant their own fig trees before the farmer or the frit dogs could catch them. The baboon agreed, but being a lazy animal, he did not care for his tree, which gradually dried up and died. The tortoise, meanwhile, tended to his tree carefully, and as a result, juicy figs appeared on the tree. Since the tortoise could not climb up the tree to pluck the figs, he asked the baboon to pluck them for him. But the cunning Babu ate up all the ripe figs and said, Tortoise, I have tasted all the figs. They are still unripe, so I can't bring down anything for you. The baboon then laughed and ran off. The tortoise was very sad and decided to take revenge on the baboon. One day, the tortoise was standing next to the beehive, listening to the humming of the bees. When the baboons passed by and asked him what he was doing, the tortoise said, Baboon, this music is very good, but too soft. If you wish to hear it louder, then take this stick and beat this branch. The baboon was unaware of the bees and followed the tortoise's advice. At once, the humming grew louder, and out came a swarm of bees and attacked the baboos, stinging him all over his body. Screaming in pain, the babu immediately dragged himself to the river, the swans racing and buzzing after him. Splash! The baboos dived into the river and found a little relief from his agony. But as soon as he popped his head out of the water, the angry bees stung him again and again. It was some time before the bees left the baboos and drove back to their nest. At once, the babu jumps out of the water and was dismayed to see bumps all over his face and body. His pain grew as he tried to pull out the bees' strings, and so he scratched and scratched himself as he was doing it ever since. In a fit of mad fury, the baboos rose to teach a lesson to the tortoise and raced as fast as he could. He was about to bite the tortoise, who was gazing curiously at the hole in the hollow tree. You villain! Screamed the baboon. This will be the end of you. The tortoise trembled in fear, but said calmly, My friend, I did not tell you to bang on the branch so violently. The babu's anger calmed down a little, but he remains as inquisitive as ever. Hmm, maybe it was my fault. Anyway, what are you looking at so intently? Asked the baboon. The tortoise's revenge was not completed. Quickly thinking of a plan, he said, Friend, you are very fond of eating crickets, aren't you? I just saw one enter that hole right now. The baboon excitedly put his hand into the hole and tried to search for the cricket. A big snake came out of the hole and bit the baboon and coiled himself around him. The baboon screamed with pain. The tortoise chuckled and said, This is what you deserve, you lazy and greedy fellow. Since then, the tortoise, the bees, and the snakes have become a very good friend.